First time we tried the slalom water ski. Now, just to give you a little reference, because there's a lot about my father in here, he was the kind of guy who, when he would relax, he would take his tie off. That was relaxing to my father. He took things very literally. He always thought Big Mac was a slang, so he'd always ask me, hey, let's get some of those large McDonald's sandwiches. So this will give you a little reference of what my father was like. So we're in Lake George. I grew up in Lake George in the summer times. I'm a very lucky kid. And I'm about 10 years old, and other than now, you can't tell from my look now, but I was a really scrawny little tiny guy. So I want to slalom ski. I've done a couple of times with two skis, but I know I can do slalom ski. So I get my father. We're at this bar, and it's called King Neptune's Lounge in Lake George. It's still there, and he was like he was just the king of this bar. When he would come in, it was like Norm coming in Cheers. I mean, even though we lived 50 miles away, when we come in this bar, everyone knew him. So he actually got hit by a seaplane there, but that's another story. We were going out, and he finally agreed to take me out. And this guy, there was a few people, we had like a boat club there, and there was a few local police officers from my hometown. Well, one of their fellow officers had come up that weekend, and this guy was one of those cowboy cops. Well, I don't want to use his real name, but we'll call him Hondo, because that kind of really gets you the idea of what kind of cop this guy was. So him and his wife are going to go out with us on the boat, and I say to my father, I'm right in front of them, oh, can I go skiing, Dad? Kind of using the he's not going to yell at me in front of his friends. So he's like, sure, So we go out, and we're taking a little ride first, and we get out. Now, Lake George at that time, they were renting the boats in the village and stuff, and they had rented boats apparently to a couple college kids, and they were a little farther away on the lake, and they started yelling to us and everything, and when we looked that way, they moon us, okay? No big deal, my father, well, Hondo takes it on himself. He reaches down and pulls a freaking 38 out of his ankle holster, to which my father immediately freaks out. He's like, chase him down. And my father's like, put that, what are you doing with a gun on my boat? Like, it's the middle of the summer, we were wondering why he's wearing long pants. He's got a gun in his... So anyways, my father gets him under control, and I get in the water. So my father was told, apparently, by some of his friends who probably never skied in their life, but they are experts, that the proper way to learn how to slalom ski was to drop a ski. You get up with two skis and pull your foot out of the one ski. Well, this was horrible advice. So I get in the water, and my problem with two skis was always, I was so small. At that time, skis were just wooden planks with a boot on them. You know what I mean? They were like a 1x12, and so I couldn't hold them under the water. If they get behind me, they'd float up, and I couldn't control them. And you didn't have like the vests nowadays that hold you up in the water. You had a belt, a ski belt, so it didn't help you at all. So anyways, I get in the water, and he's bound and determined I'm going to drop a ski. So I try. Now, I know I've got limited time because Hondo and his wife have got a six-pack, and my father has 2 martinis because beer was for the morning after with Clamato juice in it. That was the only proper time for beer. The rest of the day was Scotch Old Fashions at dinner or Silver Bullets, which were martinis. Anyway, so he's got 2 marks, so I'm figuring I've got a 2-drink time limit to get up on the ski. So I keep trying to drop the ski, and I keep trying to drop the ski. It doesn't work. I said, Dad, listen, just let me try the one ski. I'll get up. I've watched my brother teach a million people how to ski. I'll get up. So he says, okay, finally, and I see they're getting down on beers. So I get right up, and I'm skiing around, everything's great. Now, in my previous skiing, I hadn't really done a lot of falling, okay? So, there's a couple rules to falling. You do the fall, then you let go of the rope, and then the boat comes back and gets you. Well, I sort of forgot rule number 2, and when I fell, I just held right onto that rope. And if you've ever done it, you're like a deep diver fishing lure, and you just keep going down. And at one point I realized my suit is now coming off, and I said, okay, it's time to let go. So I let go of the rope, and as I'm swimming up, I'm thinking, oh my God, I better get my suit up, because if I surface with my ass bare, Hondo's gonna shoot me. So I'm thinking, I've got to get some. Get my drawers up, and I get up, and everything's fine. We get back to the dock, and well, that's my story the first time I wrote.